What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. This is Native Nomads, and today we are going to be discussing the brand new set of rock sliders for your Subaru Outback Wilderness. So before we get started today, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video and every video you will see here on the channel. That is Adventure Rig Shop. AdventureRigShop.com is where you can find these rock sliders, as well as just about everything else for your Subaru Outback Wilderness that you could probably imagine. The link is in the description, and use the code NOMAD at checkout to save yourself 5%. All right, so let's talk about the brand new rock sliders. Again, they are from CA Tuned, and boy, did they do a bang-up job of being better than everyone with the rock slider game. They also have the front brush bar. They have the Outback Wilderness winch and winch mount. They are really doing things in the Outback world, and I'm super stoked that I have one of the first pairs sitting in my garage. Now, full disclaimer, I can't install these on my car yet. And the reason I can't install them on my car is because my current rock sliders, which are the LP Adventure rock sliders, they have a small, basically a spacer. So when you put your Ironman lift on, if you put one on, it comes with spacers for the unibody. And I did not have to use those spacers because the LP Adventure rock sliders are the same exact size as the spacers in the kit from Ironman. So I never put those spacers in, and obviously I didn't keep them, which was stupid in retrospect, so I threw them out. So I can't install them. But the guys were able to send me some good footage of these installed, and I do have a pair sitting right here in my garage, and I'm going to take them out and we'll kind of talk through their installation. Because I haven't installed them, this is not an install video. If you're here for an install video, that will probably be coming in a week or two. So I would just stay tuned for that. But all the information that you need and the way they look are on Adventure Rig Shop's website. You can click the link in the description, go directly to the product. And then I'll kind of talk through them today, put some B-roll over top of me talking so you don't have to look at my stupid face. And then we'll kind of just chop through what they look like and why they're so much better. I am super impressed, and I'm excited to show you. So let's talk about the rock sliders. Okay, so I have these laid out on my table, this table that is generally sitting behind me for a little bit of reference. And I want to talk about the slider itself. So all of this is made of 0.095 DOM steel. So it's pretty much the highest quality steel that you can get for any aftermarket vehicle components. And anybody who is making aftermarket vehicle components should be using steel like this. The difference between these rock sliders is relatively simple. It's the fact that if you can see down here, all along the bottom of the sliders, there are holes. There are a total of 5 holes. They look very similar to this, and because the way the camera is angled, you're not able to see all 5. But these holes align with factory holes in the vehicle already. Also, I will try to do this without making a bunch of noise. You have, I hope you can see that pretty well, you have holes up here that also, all the way down, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes that also align with factory holes on the side of your Subaru. So, all of these holes, excuse me the noise, is what you use to install the sliders with. Now, you will receive a package of parts that looks very similar to this, if not the exact same. This is kind of a test piece here, although they are going into production. I don't know if their packaging will be the same. And in the package, you will receive a rivet nut tool. A lot of people don't have these. If you do have these then, or a rivet nut tool that's like this or maybe different, you will not need this. But they send it to you anyways, just in case. This is a 5/16, and you also receive another 5/16. Okay, so I'm assuming that's in case. No, one is definitely bigger. I think they got the package wrong. That's okay. So yours probably won't. One is a little bit bigger, and I'm not sure of the size, but my assumption is the bigger bolts go down here because that's where they look like they would fit. Again, I haven't installed it, obviously. And then the smaller bolts would go up top, and the smaller riv nuts. They also send you a package that has all of your riv nuts ready to go, as well as all the bolts that you will need for this to attach this to your vehicle. Now, if you notice underneath here, you probably can't notice. Maybe you can. I hope you can. This is a 1/2-inch lip. This part, excuse the noise, this is how they go on the car, obviously. So these holes are what line up to the body of the car. You got to take the plastic piece off, and I'll show you that in a moment. I'll just show you the parts that I'm talking about. And then this runs underneath, and this 1/8 inch piece protects the pinch weld and the seam underneath the bottom of your car. No other slider protects that pinch weld. Now, the idea is the slider should stop you from damaging the pinch weld, but if you slide off of a rock, which I have done in my Jeep, both of my Jeeps, you slide off of a rock, you hit the pinch weld, you automatically bend that pinch weld. Now, it's not that it can't be bent back. I mean, it can be, but the point is they took the time to come up with a design that not only protects the underbody of your car, the bottom of the slider, but it also protects that entire pinch weld. I'm going to take you over to the Outback Wilderness, and I'm going to kind of hold this up and show you what I mean in a moment. On top of the pinch weld, on top of the simple installation process, you're going to gain an additional 1/2 inch of ground clearance from traditional rock slider types, i.e. the rock sliders that I have. I am going to gain an additional 1/2 inch because the bottom of this rock slider will be a 1/2 inch higher than the rock sliders I have on the Subaru Outback Wilderness right now from LP Adventure, which is obviously a fantastic thing. And plus you have a complete protection all the way around and the pinch weld. This design is sincerely incredible. It's so genius the way they came up with this. All of the welds are so good. I mean, they're always so good. They always do a great job at welding. Powder coating is fantastic. It doesn't have any issues or blemishes whatsoever. So there will be a bend. Let me turn this. Hold on, let me fix this. I'm sorry for the way I'm doing this video today. It's the only option I have. All right, so there is a slight bend in your Subaru on the back, and this is dangerous, and I apologize, and you probably hate this video, but if you notice, towards the rear of the vehicle, it starts to taper out away. That is because the way the body of the Subaru Outback Wilderness is, it goes flat and then it tapers out. So it tapers all the way around the contour of the body using the factory holes, no drilling. All you have to do is insert a riv nut and insert your bolt. They are probably, I would guess, around 30 to 35 pounds a piece, so you may want to have some help with you when you do it, but that is the entire process. Now, in your package, you will receive something that either is exactly like this or looks like this. Now, this would be for the driver's side. So if you notice this little hole, this is a piece of plastic that creates a seamless transition from the back side of your rock slider where the current factory plastic is on the Subaru Outback Wilderness. And I'll show this to you in a second as well over when we're by the vehicle. But This has a channel cut out, and this little hole is where you put the fender clip in to hold it in place. So it replaces the piece of plastic that is there currently, making it a complete seamless finish. Let's go check out the car, and I'll do my best to give you a demonstration on this install and maybe take some pieces of plastic off for you to show you exactly how it bolts up. Okay, so this is the plastic piece I'm referring to. I can't take it off because it's going to be really hard to get it off with my other slider currently in place. But if you peel it back a little bit, you will start to reveal holes. The holes where these clips go is where your rock sliders attach to. So it follows the entire contour of this body. This is with the passenger side rear door open. That's what you're looking at right now. It follows the contour of the body. And then back here is where there will be a clip. There is a fender clip back here that connects that plastic piece in that basically covers this entire area. But you pull these off, it reveals the holes that you're looking for, and there's also holes underneath that are held in by clips. Now, there we go. You can completely remove this plastic piece. It is one solid piece that runs from the rear all the way up to the front. I would try to hold the other sliders up here, but the problem is it would look really funky. You wouldn't get a good representation of what I was trying to show you, and it may make things more confusing, so I'm going to leave that out. But if you see where the bottom of my current rock slider is, the new rock slider is going to sit about a 1/2 inch up and give me greater ground clearance. Underneath, you can't see it obviously, but if you reach down in there, you will find your pinch weld. That pinch weld is what that slider comes down, goes in towards the vehicle, and then comes back down to protect the pinch weld running along the bottom of your vehicle. That is hugely important, and it has not been done as of yet. The rock slider can also be used as a jack point. I keep pointing because this is my current rock sliders, but the way my current rock sliders attach, there is an arm. Here's the slider. There's an arm that comes back off the slider and attaches to the unibody of the vehicle. So I don't love them. They're sturdy. I've always not loved these, but they're installed and I'm here, so this is just what I've had. I never intended to change them, but I also didn't intend for there to be a new pair of 6 sliders that just came out that are way beyond these sliders that I have. So this is the plastic piece that you remove. Undo all the clips on the bottom. Use the existing factory holes to attach your rock sliders with the riv nuts. I will be doing a full install video, but that's the gist of it. So let's hop back over to the garage and talk about the last few things. Okay, so sorry about all the madness and probably the poor camera angles. That's the best that I could do to give an honest representation of the rock sliders. I'm sure you may have a question or 2 or 6 or 10. Please leave those in the comments. I get to them every morning and I try to push through them as quickly as I can as they come in. And I'll give you all the information that I have. The link is in the description to purchase these rock sliders. They are on pre-order. So they're probably about 8 weeks before these sliders become available to everyone else. So if you would like to get one of the first pairs, I would make the pre-order now, simply because there's only going to be, I think, 100 sets. And with the winch mount and the winch bumper and all that stuff, people were waiting a long time. And if you're one of those people that waited a long time, you know that you waited a long time. So I would get ahead of it if you can, or if you're interested in getting these sliders. I think you will be stupendously happy. I cannot wait to get the new ones installed on my Outback Wilderness. Yes, I'm selling it, but I'm still going to put these on so the person who gets it will have a brand new set of sliders to take home with them. So any other questions, please leave those in the comments. Any concerns, anything that you need, let me know. I am going to get back to work and try to get my spacers installed. They might be in the mail, and if they are in the mail, I'll get that done today. So I will see you guys on the next one.